is Thursday, and that means we are back in Lynn Matava's kitchen. Lynn is a nutrition educator with the University of Maryland Extension. And if you're looking for an easy way to make a unique salad, then Lynn has the recipe for you. Let's check out how to make Dinosaur kale salad.
Today's farm market find is lacinato kale. This is also sometimes called Dinosaur or Tuscan kale, and these pieces have these big, long, kind of straight stems with a narrow leaf on it, and they're a lot like regular kale in that they're very full of nutrients, especially our vitamins and minerals that most Americans are so lacking in. And they're really high in things like fiber and low in calories. They're high in iron and calcium and other great vitamins. But they're more tender than the traditional kale leaves. So these are the ones, if you ever hear of a kale salad, typically it's this kind of kale. This isn't always the easiest thing to find on Delmarva, but it's not in the grocery stores here like you might find it in more metropolitan areas. But we do find it at our local farm market, and this one was grown by, this bunch was grown by Chesterfield Heirlooms out of Pittsville. And then I'm just going to chop this up into kind of manageable pieces, as if it were a salad. I'm just bundling stacks of it together so I can kind of cut it all together in a little bunch here. Now, unlike your traditional kale, the stems of this are a lot more edible, so we'll be able to chew through all of this, and it isn't quite as bitter, I find, as the regular kale, but it's got a nice, mild, almost nutty flavor to it. That's the most laborious part. Once we do that, they chop up nice and easily to manageable pieces. And they're all going into my bowl. And you may have heard of this before, also called a rubbed kale salad. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to rub this to get all of the dressing that we're making into it. We're going to rub this to get all the dressing that we're making into it, and kind of soften these pieces up a little. So I'm just going to put on here into this whole bowl maybe about a half a tablespoon of olive oil. And then I'm going to add the same amount of a white balsamic vinegar. You could do, really you just want some sort of acid here. So you could do lemon, you could do regular balsamic vinegar, you could do whatever it is that you want for this flavored salad today. And then I'm just going to literally start to use my hands here. I put gloves on because I really wasn't in the mood to get all olive oiled up this morning, but you could certainly do this with bare clean hands. And I'm just rubbing it to make sure all of that vinaigrette we just made gets on our pieces here. Rub them for maybe 30 seconds. Because I do want to sprinkle just a little bit of quinoa in, but we're gonna let the fork and the spoon here do the work. So I'm just adding quinoa to mine. Quinoa is a whole grain. It's actually a grass seed, and it's a complete protein. So we've talked about it before in this segment. It just means it's got all 9 essential amino acids, so you don't need beans and rice together or peanut butter and bread. Like those things normally form a full protein. This is a full protein all on its own, which is kind of rare in the plant world. So it's a great plant-based thing that we can do to bump up the protein of our salad. Again, it's got fiber in it. And then I'm just going to move it to our plate. Smells so fragrant and it's so beautiful. It's got this great dark color that just tells me it's all full of nutrients that are going to be so good for me, good for my digestive system, good for my skin. All right, and that's probably enough for one plate. And then just like any other salad, you can dress this up any way you want it. So I'm just going to, I think it's already got the quinoa on it, maybe add a little bit more quinoa. And gonna throw some raspberries in here because I personally love fruit in my salad. You could add some nuts, like some chopped almonds or walnuts here would be great. And even cheese would be really good. You could do something like a blue cheese where you've got these raspberries here, or you could just do something like some fresh Parmesan. But super simple, only takes a couple minutes to throw together, and this is going to make your digestive system and your body so very happy. So I hope you go out and try some of this, and if you do, let us know what you think.
Now, as a reminder, we do have all of nutrition educator Lynn Matava's tips and tricks on our website. To find them, just log on to WMDT.com and click on the Good Morning Delmarva page.